Hey guys, I'm doing 15 facts about me, so I hope you enjoy the video and woo! Number one, when I was probably 8, I camped at this place called Clay's Park, and the first time I ever dyed my hair was an Ariel red. It was like really red, like, you know, and we were going swimming to the lake, or at the lake, I can't talk, sorry, and we were going swimming, and that day, all of my red came out of my hair because we were at the lake for like, from open to close, so I went to the lake a redhead and ended a brunette. I don't like my hair down, it always needs to be up. It'll be down for like, I'll like take it down for like some selfies and then I'll put it right back up. It's either in a bun or a ponytail because I don't like it down. I've been on an airplane more than 50 times. When I was 12, I camped at Clay's Park, like I said, and there was this really big tree in front of our camping lot, and there was like a little baby bird, and it was really cute, and it fell out of the nest, and so my dad picked it up and took it back to our camper, and I was with my friend Rachel, and we, you know, like nursed it back to health or whatever, and my dad took it to, what's the word called? Took it to like an adoption place. I can't remember what their name, they're a vet, like, you know, one of those places. And when we were driving it to the vet or whatever, this one song, and it was like, 1, 2, 3, like a bird I sing, 'cause you're giving me the most beautiful set of wings. And it reminded me of the bird, and I started crying because I just didn't want to leave it. And my dad was like, why are you crying? I was like, I don't want to leave the bird. And the bird played an important part in my life. When I went to Lake Erie, I went jet skiing for my first time, and there was this, like, obviously they're not really big waves, but because it's a lake, but there was this big wave for Lake Erie because a boat just passed, and the one guy that was driving me on the jet ski jumped over a wave, and I fell off and hit my China on the damn thing, and I couldn't swim. I thought I was gonna die. It just didn't work, and they were like, oh, get back on the jet ski, and I was like, I can't, and the guy that jumped over the thing broke his back, like one of the things in his back, and he couldn't, like, he had to drive me back, and I was like hanging on to the jet ski. I couldn't get back on it, and he got off the jet ski and started crying because he was like, my back, and he went to the doctors and he like did something to his back. I don't remember, but that's what. Okay, like 2 summers ago, I decided to sneak out with my ex-best friend, Riley. Yeah, I decided to sneak out, and it was probably like 4 in the morning, and they went behind a garage and started smoking, and I was like, oh dang, we're not supposed to be doing this, we're out past curfew, and you're not allowed to smoke, you're underage. And this one car drove past, and we started running, and if you know me, you know I'm very lazy, and I didn't want to run an extra like 3 steps to run behind a tree. I ran in front of I went behind a garbage bag, and what the frick am I saying? A garbage thing, one of those big ones. Yeah, one of the really big ones. And I pushed it, and there must have been like a party or something, and there was like a beer bottle cap, and it went right through my foot. And I have a really high pain tolerance, so I started running with it in my foot, and I thought it was like a rock or whatever, so I was like, it'll, is that the scar? Yeah. I was like, it'll fall out of it anyway. And so I started running, and it rained that day, so I thought I like ran into a puddle, but it was my blood, and when I saw it, I started laughing, and I like pulled it out of my foot and threw it, and I found it like 3 weeks later, and I was like, oh, ew, and I couldn't walk for like 3 weeks, and then that's when I started limping, and I was able to do stuff, because I couldn't walk. Till last year, I was afraid to go laser tagging, because I thought like lasers, it was like a laser that would cut you in half or something, so I went laser tagging my first time last year. Everybody asks me what age I was when I got my nose pierced. I don't remember how old I was, but I know I got it the summer,
7th grade.
The summer of 7th grade. And then people are like, oh, did it hurt? No. And they're like, did you sneeze? And I was like, no, it just, your eye waters. So that's what happens when you get your nose pierced. And I also have my industrial 4 going up, my tragus, my forward helix, my tragus, 4 going up, my rook, and I used to have my cartilage, and I used to have my belly button. I like Nirvana, Usher, The Killers, and who else do I like? I don't know. I like, those are my mains. I like everything, but those are my mains. I used to play basketball. And this one time I was playing basketball with my uncle and I broke my middle finger, and that's why it's like really ew. And my aunt was like talking to me about it, and she was like, what finger did you break? I was like, oh, this finger. And she got mad at me, and I was like, I don't even know how old I was, but I think I was like maybe 12, and she made me go in the corner. She was like, go in the corner, you don't flick me off. And then she made me clean her house, because we had a holiday coming up, and I was like, bruh, I was so mad. It was like, you need to not put me in a corner. I'm how old? And she was just rude, really rude. Another time at Clay's Park, I was camping. I mean, I wasn't camping, but I was sleeping over my cousin's trailer, and we were at the DJ, which is like, you know, a party little thing that they do in the pavilion, and we were coming home because I wanted SpaghettiOs, and the microwave wasn't working, so we had to eat our SpaghettiOs cold. It was something like that we couldn't make them, and we went to go sit on like the porch thing, and there was a mouse, and I was determined to get this mouse. I wanted it. It was cute. I never got it, but it was like this big, and we tried for like ever to get that mouse. It was just so cute. 6th grade year, I got my first detention for punching a guy in the face and then kicking him in the balls because he called me a cunt. So I punched him in the face, kicked him in the balls, and then this other guy named Devin, he told the principal, and the principal was like, oh, you're getting a detention because you punched him in the face and kicked him in the balls. And my lunch monitor was like, I wouldn't have gotten you in trouble if you would have just sat on the stage where you were supposed to. And I was like, I'm sorry. And my principal was like, I could be giving you 2 detentions right now, but since you were sticking up for yourself, I'm only giving you 1. And I started crying, and I remember all I could eat was a Twix bar because I wouldn't eat real food. I was crying so hard. I thought I was gonna die. It was so bad, and that's how I got my first detention. And I also got my first referral for forgetting a pencil, and that's like if you get like 4 referrals or whatever, you get a detention. I got my first one for forgetting a pencil, and I started crying. I was at my grandma and grandpa's house, and I was on the phone with my mom, and I was by the stairs, and I was on the phone, and I was texting my friend, well, not my friend, my ex-best friend, and I was like, oh, can I come over? I'll call my mom. So I called my mom. I was texting her. Swear to God, a ghost was behind me, and they like pushed me because I wasn't really near the stairs, and I fell, and I was like boom 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 boom, and my mom was like, what the hell happened? And my grandpa was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, and I was like laughing and crying at the same time. And I went upstairs, and I was like, I can't feel my wrist. And my mom was like, oh, it's just sprained, you're okay, Jordan. And she waited a week to take me to the hospital, and they were like, oh yeah, your daughter broke her wrist. And my mom felt really bad, and they didn't have the color cast I wanted, so I had to get like this really ugly green. It was like the color of grass. Oh my God, it wasn't even that color, it was darker. It was like diarrhea green. Oh God, it was so gross. And then when I tell that story, people think I'm an idiot because I just fell down the stairs without a reason. But her little brother, AJ, was telling me to cut her. So I went in the kitchen and I picked up a knife and it scared her, and she fell and hit the vacuum, fell face first, hit her toes between the wall, had a hole in between her toes. Oh my god, I walked where she fell and there was like a puddle of drool. It was so bad. My favorite shows are The Amazing World of Gumball, The Walking Dead, American Horror Story, and oh my god, what's it called?
H2O?
Oh my god, yeah, H2O. And another one, and I can't remember what it's called. Oh, From Dusk Till Dawn. From Dusk. Facts about me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe and comment what videos you want me to do next. So, goodbye.